Alright everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Broken Crescent 2.4.2. I am the Fuzz and we are playing Oman. And the entire thing I think has been living by the motto of Oman what a trip, because it is taking forever to get to any other settlement. When we last left off, there was a siege happening further down to the south, and that is still happening. I'm just trying to build up some economy while everything else is going on, because really that's what we gotta do if I'm hoping to succeed. You know, I picked this faction because I thought they would be a kind of a happy faction where there'd be a lot of trade possibilities, and there are, but it's definitely been a slower process than I expected. I'm not doing terrible though. It says I'm 8th in the economy out of all 20, I think 6, it turns out there's 26 factions. But only 24 of them are playable just because of the dumb restrictions of the game itself. Not Broken Crescent, but the restrictions that Total War happened to impose upon modders. So Philistia is owned by the Crusaders. I think the Crusaders are kicking butt. I'm gonna probably have to deal with them at this rate. So I don't want to siege Al-Shir yet, just because number one, they're powerful, and number two, my guys aren't done building all the siege equipment that they'd like. I do really like the detail around the city. It's really cool to see the big siege towers and the big old tents where everybody's kind of investing, I think is the term. Maybe I'm wrong. Looks like there's some spikes, some wooden spikes in the ground, some other things. I mean, it's little things like that to me that makes Total War stand out as a game series. I really like how they try to, I don't know, put the detail in all that stuff. Richard the First of England coronated. Well, he's probably just Richard at this point, but a new king of distant land of England has been coronated, and said he's much ambitious in crusading and the Outringer being one of them. I wonder if that means that he's going to show up at some point in the game. Maybe I'll wait to take over until then. Alright, the slave market. That is a sad photo. Or sad, sad. Okay. Well, I think everything is coming along well. High tax rate. That means I'm going to build some farms. I mean, farms help with production, which I think just means more population growth, and I'm already at 3.5% population growth. And the Volga Borgar sent a diplomat to me, so that's crazy. Alright, where did this guy go? Hey, buddy. Alright, Hamza, let's go say hi to... still not in control by anybody. Let's just go around here and explore, see if we can find some... Sakdiana. It's a beautiful place there. I guess let's just head...
I can greet you, but not serve you. Your will.
Latin diplomat. Maybe I can get map information from him. I mean, whatever, let's try.
I cannot quite accept.
I don't get it. So they're gonna give me 50 florins for map information. That's fine. Maybe they'll like me more. So let's do map information. Yeah?
I am afraid I must.
Okay, you know, whatever. They just got a lot of good map information, I gotta say. No, Antioch is still controlled by Armenia. Well, let's go and see what Armenia is doing in general, and then let's go say hi to the Turks and just kind of go around and see what's up. But first, let's stop by at our besieged town. I mean, I could definitely win this battle. I'm just not sure who's going to be alive afterwards. So this is a city, and I don't think I ever actually found the settlement here, but it doesn't look like they owned it when I was last here. You know, maybe I'm thinking of a different game where there was a castle down here. I can always turn one into a castle, but if I'm going to do that, I'd almost prefer it to be that one. So, Aiden, yeah, but maybe I'll do that instead. That's cool, I didn't realize you could see the names of them. Alright, so 4 turns until surrender. You know what? Abdul Ghaffar the Mean. So he's got I don't know. These are pretty decent troops. And he's got some... These guys are what scares me. Because they're going to be really great on walls. So what I'm going to do is withdraw from battle and just remain, you know, besieging it. I'm saving a bunch of money right now. So, I mean, I do feel good about that. I know the point of the game isn't to just save money. It's a little ridiculous. But at the same time, I'm not really sure where my next threat's going to come from. Is it going to be, you know, is it going to be from Bahrain, or is it going to come from some other place? And I mean, knowing this game, I might just get a full stack of rebel ships that'll besiege one of my settlements, so I'll have to blow it all on some stupid boats. But you know, that's neither here nor there at this point. It is cool to see all the little green trade routes dotting the Gulf of Hormuz, the Persian Gulf down there. And I don't know what this diplomat's doing. I don't trust him. Every time they talk and I don't get a little dialogue box, I assume they're trying to bribe my city. I don't know, I can't shake it. Alright, so let's just build more docks. And sewer is looking good here. So let's get some farms. Just a couple farms will probably help. Still have a bunch of money. I might start building up some of my my troops up here, actually. Where'd the Nizwa? Yeah, let's do that. Because, I mean, look, these are pretty good. And it's not that much longer. Oh, he's only 8. Jesus. Come on, kid. Grow up faster. I totally put this kid in. See, this is where I miss it, though. Because in later Total War games, you just hire a general. And then you can go and fight. But with this one, you kind of have to wait. One thing I didn't do last time were horsemen. Because I kind of got sick of waiting. So the upkeep is really high here. So let's see. Attack 6. Defense 12, attack 6, defense 19. Yeah, so let's build some of these guys. Bedouin camel riders, 8 and 13, and then 6 and 14. Huh, that's cool. So I'm gonna do that and build all those guys up, and then I might just end up sending Nazar out there because he's gonna have a kid soon. So I might just, oh, you can hire a man. It's great. And Askari nobles, those guys are really good cavalry from what I remember. I'm worried I'm going to start losing money, but I'll just send the army over as soon as I can. And in Muscat, I'm going to need to start building a boat. So that's... can't afford it, but I'm going to put it in there just so I don't forget. Speaking of forgetting, forgot about those guys, so that's a problem. 1 second, I'm going to have a sip of water here. It's another gorgeous day in sunny California. So this is... it's being recorded in sunlight pouring into the room. It's quite beautiful. And I feel like I'm missing out, but maybe that's just because I'm kind of talking to myself in an empty room, playing a video game. But I mean, hey, no, it's fun, so no harm, no foul. All right. Shahab ad-Din Suhawardi is executed. That's a bummer. I really do like how they have this historical information in there. And Abdul Karim Abdul Jabbar, that's who I'm thinking of. Abdul Karim al-Maki is more chivalrous, always good. And Abadi Masjids, awesome. So we got more chivalrous and people are less happy. That's ridiculous. Alright, sup Town Hall, Arabian Sheikh, that's awesome. Alright. Yeah, I don't have as much money as I did, but that's okay. And 2 more turns, so let's see what happens there. Some Russians are fighting various other steppe peoples. And let's see, I think we're back in Khwarezm territory. There we go. Khiva. Everyone's heard of Khiva. That wasn't sarcasm. I'm pretty sure most people have heard of Khiva. Wow, they have a pretty decent chunk of territory. But there. Seljuks. I don't know. There's definitely like some kind of romanticism to this area, pre-Mongol Sacs and kind of before the Soviets finished the job. You know, I'm sorry, I didn't want to get political. I don't know, this is definitely one of those areas that you kind of idealize in a way that's probably not historically accurate or fair. Oh, interesting. Tarsus. So they're taking land from...
There is something you wish to speak of?
From Armenia. You know, I know it's probably not fair, but there's just some part of me that thinks, like, you know, just the idea that there's all these mountains that used to grow or still grow there, and, you know, it's the home of, or maybe not this area in particular, but it's where apples were first domesticated, or at least wild apples are from, and, you know, there's all this really cool history there, and it is kind of a bummer that we can't experience that in the same way as we used to be able to before the Mongols sacked everything, or before, you know, all these other colonial powers started doing all this work to take the resources elsewhere. So I don't know, that's just my 2 cents. You don't have to agree with it, that's fine. I don't know.
Salam alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, buddy. Yeah, let's get some Khalifa. I always thought that was a woman's name, but maybe it just means caliph. I don't know, it's a weird name. And ship is getting built. So far, so good. Let's see, Salala. And Al-Shir has 2 more turns. Okay, so we're in pretty good shape. It is really cool seeing the map fill in there in the lower corner with the mini-map. And you can see who's nice and who's not. I'm kind of surprised at how many troops the Seljuks have. Right there in Armenia, and how much of the territory they've taken. So I don't know if that means Rome isn't doing too great, or if Rome is busy fighting, kind of if they're going up into the steppes. I remember when I was playing a different campaign as the Romans, early on you have a big old rebel army attack Constantinople, and Bulgaria revolts. So I don't, you know, for me, when I was playing that, I just said, you know, screw it, I don't care about Bulgaria right now. I'm trying to focus on the Turks taking over everything, but you know, the AI might react differently. So let's just see what's going on here. Let's try to get map information, since I know we have received trade. Perfect. Alright, so yeah, that's the answer. They're still in Bulgaria. So they've probably dedicated a lot of resources to defending Bulgaria. And that kind of takes care of a lot of what I'd want to do there. Although I still am gonna head up this way because I want to see what's going on with those weird Russian steppe people interactions up there. And this guy here, Hamza, is gonna talk to the Seljuks. So let's get some trade rights, because these guys are gonna be a problem. Probably. Yeah. Oh no, they took Hormuz. Oh, that was my big plan. But you know what they didn't take? Eastern Fars. So that's what we're gonna do. I don't know. Let's go big or go home. We're still building an army. Might as well do it there. Or what I could do is attack Macron. Actually, you know, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna attack Macron, because it seems like there's more rebel territory here, and it's also nearby there. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, and let's retrain these guys, because I don't know why they're not doing as well. Maybe that diplomat was doing some dirty work. And, that's a bummer. It really is. You know, there's a chance they surrender. They've probably lost, let's see, 50. I think they started at 75, so they've almost lost 25 troops out of there. I don't know. They might surrender. Let's see what happens. And I still have a bunch of money, so it's good. My boat building and people building and everything hasn't really impacted the economy that much, so maybe I'm just being a little overcautious. Especially if the Seljuks made it all the way to frickin' Hormuz. I mean, their territory isn't even connected. It looks like they took one territory from the Khwarezm Shahs, and then they were heading, I don't know, something's up there. I don't trust them. I don't trust them one bit. The turns are still not that bad. Like I said, I am gonna change it at some point if it starts getting really long. Okay, so I ended up killing, I think, about 150 of his troops. That's pretty good. You know, why don't we fight this out? They're sailing 4th, so it's going to be more fun. I'm just saving because you never know. Yeah, I ended up killing a lot of their guys. That's great. All right, let's fight this out.
Inshallah, we shall all find a way to an honorable victory.
Just got some water. Those guys look cool. I think they're from Mercuria, the Mercurian faction. And the quotes here are so cool. Like, I mean, that's the Ilkhan Argun to Pope Honorius the Fourth. I mean, these are just really cool statements from history. Okay, so first, gonna drop everybody, and you know, I'm gonna actually pause this. I know that's frowned upon in the Total War community where you pause something, but I mean, I gotta. I know, I mean, one thing that's cool with the whole Sally Forth thing is they're saying that, oh, well, you didn't know that they were going to attack you, or you didn't know that they were going to sally forth. They're trying to catch you unaware. But at the same time, I mean, whatever, I'm just playing a little game. It's fun. It's the way it goes. And I'm just going to send my catapult to just keep on killing these guys. So I'm going to end up putting my infantry right in front of them, so they don't get attacked. And then I'm going to put the missile troops kind of right behind the catapults, and I'm going to make sure that skirmish mode is off for everybody, and then cavalry are just going to hang out over here to kind of act as a let's see, infantry need to run. Everybody run. Cavalry, run. Oh man, I said infantry, run. Oh, those are missiles, that's why. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And the catapults are just hitting those guys. That's great. I just messed up their attack because of my catapults. Alright, Yemeni nobles are the guys I want to get rid of. I'm just going to start, you know, fire at will. Who cares? You can kind of see where the troops are arranged. So that did backfire. So we're going to have to send some of these guys over here, and my general is going to be fighting. I'm not feeling too bad about that, especially if they're already saying that. Alright, so you guys way up here, don't do that. Oh my god, I said fire at will, and they're probably shooting at my freaking general. Oh, Jesus. Alright, missiles, where are you guys at? Alright, what did I say? Get out of here. Hold them off. Head them off at the pass. Alright, so I think my general's doing pretty well. That's the Great Mufti. Or the former Great Mufti. That's so funny to see these catapults firing some flaming crap and still missing. Like, how do you miss that? You're right there. Idiots. Okay, you know what? Everybody, just attack. This is ridiculous. And I'm gonna speed things up. Let's okay, I think that actually hit him that time. No, missed. Also missed. Alright, I think what I need right now is I just need some higher numbers. So everybody's just gonna attack everybody. Those war horns are pretty cool. Let's see, I think these are the generals, so let's just kill them. Alright, buddy. You do you. You guys kill them. Except for you. I said except for you.
Our foe fights with horns made of clay. We are winning the battle.
Okay. Yeah, it's just time to attack these guys. I don't care if the catapult... Actually, stop it. Catapults.
The enemy force remains.
Oh my god, I'm pretty sure those catapults just stabbed my guys.
We have cut off the serpent's head.
Perfect.
The enemy general is slain. All praise to Allah. Victory
Perfect.
is
Okay.
ours.
So I don't lose as many men as I was worried about. That was a really ugly battle, I know. But it could have gone a lot worse. It really could have. Surrender before you all die by the sword, for I do not wish you to perish. Ahmad ad-Din Zangi. I think that's the guy that founded the Zangid Atabags that are in this this game as well. Alright, so they are mad. You know what? I don't care. I'm just going to sack the settlement. Look, they're less mad, and I have more money. And I don't have to block that port because I tapped it. Perfect. Mudhafar al-Taizi. What's up, buddy? You are now my friend and son. Look at that. He's just popping out kids left and right because his wife is too old. Okay, good. That takes care of some problems. So repair the walls here. Let's retrain. Don't want that few troops there. And then normal tax rate. We're just gonna have to get some Abadi Masjids going because I don't know. He's gonna die soon. I just gotta build up everybody. Let's lower the taxes. Make everybody kind of calm down. I know we just killed a lot of people, but it's time to relax. And we have a lot of money. This feels good. And now I'm just hanging out. So I think this place got kicked by the earthquake that was ridiculous a couple episodes ago. And now we're just kind of waiting for them to get bigger. But we do have quite a few troops here, so I'm going to bring a catapult into the mix and some other troops. And then in Muscat here, we're still making that boat. So I didn't forget about the boat, don't worry guys. Very high tax rate. Maybe not. I don't have any. I have to wait until 10,000 to be able to up the city because it got plagued pretty hard. But maybe we'll build more shipwrights. And then in Suhar, let's build some more troops to kind of get everything going. So we're just trying to build up everything as fast as we can so that we're able to attack across into Persia. And then let's head over here.
As you will, Sultan.
Nishapur. Maybe one day I'll own Nishapur. And then down here, kind of at the south coast of the Caspian Sea, we're going to cut over and we're going to take a look and see what's going on in Azerbaijan.
I am not here to negotiate, only to preach.
Zaida, mighty Sultan.
Sorry, Orthodox dude.
Resting here, mighty Sultan.
So there is a little Byzantine outpost here in Toriko, which is also pretty cool. I feel better about my little empire right now. It's growing. We're growing. Like we're definitely making progress, and no one can take that away from us. I think I'm gonna do a couple more turns before I call it good. But I mean, I feel like we've taken maybe the steps we need to be able to kind of take over. But I do think that just like I did a little bit along the Bahraini border, built that little watchtower that we can see here. I'm gonna build some more watchtowers next turn because I don't trust factions in this game. It needs to be said quite a bit. Someone got married. They want us to blockade Avaz. I don't know where that is, so probably not going to do it.
As my Sultan wills.
And then let's kind of explore down here.
We move at first light.
Southern Yemen is still uninhabited, or is it? Okay.
As my Sultan wills.
So let's just pop down a watchtower here.
Setting a watch here, mighty Sultan.
Cool. And Mustafar, or Mudhafar, it's an awesome name, seriously, is going to be the guy that's attacking. More chivalry? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. This area is not doing too great. Doesn't seem to be very economically viable. And meanwhile in Suhar, we're doing pretty well still. Racing track sounds kind of fun. I mean, why not? Get some variety here. Nizwa still can't build anything. And Sur is going to benefit most from... Yep, you heard it here first. Body Masjids. Alright, and then let's send... Actually, if we're moving this way, we'll keep the boat there. But what happens if we start sending some of these troops over here?
We move, Sultan.
And then, actually, what happens if
As my
we
Sultan wills. Sultan.
take these guys out of Suhar? Alright, they're still pretty happy.
Na'am.
You know what my goal is? I want to get a full stack. We're going to get a full stack built up, and then we're going to hop on the boat, and we're going to cross the sea, and that's where we're going to end this episode. And then it doesn't really matter where we are for the other guys. We'll kind of play it by ear. I did forget about those diplomats, but that's why when you're traveling long distances like that, it's kind of nice to click a little further, and that way when you do forget about them invariably, because you're all excited about trying to take over something, you don't have to worry as much, because, you know, you've got other fish to fry. Now on the minimap right then, it just showed that one territory turned red right where I was looking to attack. So I might show up with a full army and find that someone's already taken that area, in which case we'll have to make a decision there. Gorgon, okay.
As you will, Sultan.
Amol?
Nuh-uh. Resting here,
Latin
mighty
diplomat.
Sultan.
I don't know. Oh, we can't
Resting
talk.
here, mighty
There's
Sultan.
a lot of Latin diplomats flying
Resting here,
around.
mighty Sultan.
Alright, people are having kids. We'll take a look at the family tree real quick. And just see hostility siege. Jerusalem and the Ayyubids are not fighting anymore. Well, they're not doing anything anyway, so who cares? Oh wow, there's gonna be a bunch of little kids here. That's great. They had another kid. I thought we were only gonna have one. So Abdul Latif is 10, and Jabir is 11. Okay, cool. And Yunus al-Maki, great. It's kind of nice. You can trace your family tree around, because let's see. So Great Mufti and the Great Imam are obviously related to my faction leader, so the family tree is still pretty strong here. The only problem is none of these guys are actually related to me, except for these guys. So these kids are like the grandkids of the faction. Okay, so something finished. Construction. Still nothing there because it's not big enough yet. Let's see. Oh, there we are. I don't know, let's build some roads. People seem happy. Recruitment is actually pretty good. Oh no, Sheer also still low tax rate, but roads are beneficial, so no one has a problem with roads.
As my Sultan wills.
Okay, so looking pretty good there. Nizwa, still building that catapult, huh? Ugh. Okay, and then let's see. So I need a catapult and 5 other guys. So let's get some crap to kind of fill in the ranks. And now, honestly, if this is a catapult, let's get some troops there. Okay. And you know, yeah, let's just call it good after bumping this guy up here. Again, I don't really know where I'm gonna find anybody. Oh, it does look green here. Ruthenia, great. I think I've got some Ruthenian in my heritage. At least according to my grandma. Oh man, this is what I'm talking about. That stupid merchant just took out my merchant. So I'm pretty sure he was around for maybe like 4 or 5 turns. So I don't think he ever actually made back any money that it cost me to buy him in the first place. It was 1,000 florins to buy him, and that was like 160. So I would have had to keep him there for way longer, or not way longer, but at least another like 3 or 4 turns before I even freaking broke even. So, you know, I'm done with merchants. I don't care. They can make all the money they want, and I'm just gonna wait till I start taking over more of the factions before I start wasting my time on those guys again. I don't really know where cities are. I'm just trying to look for the river crossings. There we go. Kursk, great.
As you will.
What is it you would discuss?
I would like to discuss trade
We
rates.
accept something
Thank you.
just as
And map
useful.
information. Make it easy for me, buddy.
Very well. Until next time.
Perfect. And they even told me where their enemies are.
I cannot go there.
That's great. Merchant's assets seized. Yeah, I know. Archtown rated upgrade. Interesting. Alright, well, screw the roads. We're going to do that instead. Oh, wow. This is going to actually be a really great city. I'm really happy I took it. Okay, so Khwarezm's at war. Wow, that's great. And the Rajputs are... Either the Rajputs or the Ghaznavids are now a client state. So one of those two is Prom. This one looks a little bigger, so I wonder if they are the client. I might want to send Hamza that way after this little tour.
As you will, Sultan.
Let's see, where are cities?
As you will, Sultan.
There we go, Tabriz. I had a professor whose last name was Tabrizi. He's a nice guy. From Tabriz, as you might have guessed. Wow, the Principality of Vladimir Sudzal is huge. That's incredible. Okay, and over here in Muscat, we're just gonna send the last group of friends over there. And I think I built up, yeah, I built some stuff here. Alright. So, I don't know, do I want to send, yeah, I think I want to send Nazar rather than the Great Mufti, because Great Mufti can just kind of hang out. And let's send these two guys. And then this guy can hang out with the Great Mufti, because, I mean, let's be honest, it's getting kind of, oh, he's not even old, he's only 37. Should I have chosen a different guy? I don't know, Nazar's fine. Yeah, Nazar, you'll do. You'll do just fine. Baluchi Emirate is at war. Alright, let's do it. Alright, yeah, I think we're just gonna do one more turn. And then land our troops there, and then we're gonna call it good. Part of me feels like I'm making a mistake by sending my troops there. Like maybe I should send them on a boat to Socotra or something, but I mean that's the job of the people to the south. It's just kind of funny. It almost feels like I have two empires, or I will have two empires, because it's gonna have, you know, this area that the map's looking at, and then there's gonna be the area to the south. And I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll start moving into Ethiopia, or maybe I'll go into more of the Arabian Gulf, or the Red Sea, or whatever. Muscat, ready to upgrade. Great. Great, great, great. Wow, look how happy they are. Bump up taxes to just high. Oh, that's great. Almost 4,000. Oh, so that shipwright really made the difference. They're still pretty happy, but I feel like they're getting less so. And actually, I'm back to not being able to afford anything because I'm sending everybody over here. So let's go here. Ooh, very nice.
Taking your men ashore, blessed Sultan. As my Sultan wills. Yes, Sultan.
Alright. Oh man, look at this army. This is a good looking army. Good looking army, and some good looking enemies there, but that's all. That's all they got. And then I'm going to have a foothold on Iran.
Zaida, mighty Sultan.
Alright. And then let's go over here and just keep on walking. And now I can say hi to these guys.
Yes,
Wow, Georgia. I wonder if they must be at war.
There is something you wish to speak of?
I would like to speak of trade
To
routes.
us, another wise proposition? Agreed.
Alright.
You bring words with meaning. Farewell.
Wow, these guys suck. Wow. These guys really suck. They have like 2 towns. Alright, well, let's go talk to Georgia next, I
As
guess.
you will, Sultan.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they start with Nakhchivan. That's an Azeri town today, so... Georgians must be kicking butt. What's up here?
As
Nothing.
you will, Sultan.
Okay, well, I think that's it for this episode of Let's Play Broken Crescent. Oh man, what a trip. This is again the Fuzz. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And have a great day, and remember to go outside today.